Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of Descent. Look at this is an awesome map. Colin was letting me borrow it for this recording. This is going to be really cool. I'm excited to do this. We're moving into Keely's main story quest. We're going to be taking on, well, apparently a golem because it's in there. If you missed the intro for this and also the town phase, please go take a look at it. It's in the link to the script in the description below. This video is shot back to back with that town phase, so if I did anything wrong, we're just going to continue on playing through this mission. Also, this video is seen both on the One Stop Co-op Shop and on Meet Me at the Table, so you'll see those in both places. And as we continue through this playthrough and pass the game back and forth, me and Colin, it is going to be seen on those channels as both of us record this series. It's going to be absolutely blast. I'm excited to get to the second mission. I hope you are as well. And if you are, then I need you to meet me at the table. Looking at the app, it says smoke billows from the long, low hall at the entrance to the mining complex. No time to waste. Keely rushes everyone to the entrance and will continue. We're going to be placing down these things on the board. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can actually see what those are. We're going to place tiles 5B, 13A, 2 ember underlays, and 1 archway and a chest. Let's get that set up. We have everything set up on the board. We'll return back to the app. Let's hit continue. We're also going to place down an Explorer token. It says a dwarf has been rendered unconscious from the smoke. So we'll place that, and we'll place another token here. An elderly dwarf, the alchemist Master Brill, coughs and sputters near the entrance. And we have three sight tokens. Smoke obscures anything past the entrance. We'll place those down as well. And here we go. A roar echoes from the smoke. That sounds like my golem, Keely says, grinning. It's nice to see a project reach its full potential, though maybe making a golem breathe fire wasn't the best idea. Keely Deepfire, I cannot believe you did this. The elder dwarf eyes are bulging with rage. This is one mistake too many. I cannot even begin. The dwarf is cut off by a second roar. Through the smoke and embers, a golem tumbles forward. Spawn a orange golem, also known as Keely's mistake. We'll do that as well. And then we have a choice here. You see, I was playing around with some different alchemical formulas, and well, I made this golem. Keely chooses. It can either be fast or it can be tough. That's a tough choice. I think we'll make it fast. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be fast. Looking at the golem, you see that its leg joints have been reinforced with uniquely smithed parts, assuming they do not fall apart. This golem, Keely mistake here, has increased speed sweetness. That'll be awesome. Place the heroes on the highlighted space, which are going to be found right down here, and we'll get to continue. Please, Master Brilly turns to the rest of the party, pointedly ignoring Keely's. Please rescue the rest of the researchers, and any knowledge you find inside, bring them to me, and I will watch over them. We'll continue. Objective update. Rescue the researchers and knowledge. Oh, there's 9 things we got to do in here. All right, that's going to be out of control. Let's see if we can do it. The hero phase begins. We've got everything all set up there with all the tokens, but we do have to put our characters down. We have Bryn here. She's awesome. I'm going to place her right there. That's going to be where she starts. Then we have Keely. I don't think we've seen Keely yet. She's right here. Check this character out. Oh my gosh, so good. Look at this mud down here. It's like even like her boot is screeching through the mud. That's an absolutely fantastic painting job. I can't believe it. Wish I could paint like this. And look at this guy. Oh my gosh, this is Cirrus. He is absolutely amazing. Look at that, the flame on this phoenix is so good. Okay, we'll put him in the back. He's going to go right back here because there's a lot of hit points. I don't want him to die. Then, of course, we have to fight our golem. Here's our golem. Check this guy. He's got a big giant shield in front of him. Look at the lava kind of going through him. That looks really awesome. We'll place him down right back there where he goes. Now, before we start our turn, I do want to check our feats. There's something we're going to try to do. So I have one with Bryn, attack one enemy 2 times with your hammer in the same round. So that is why she has her weighted warhammer equipped. Lost knowledge, I have to inspect 5 bookshelves with Cirrus. Then on top of that, we also have a Born Leader. Either interact or attack before any other hero during a round. And at that point, I can gain a halved recipe. So we really want Keely to hopefully get to somebody if she can. I don't think she's going to be able to, but we'll take a look. With the archway in the way, we're going to go ahead and maneuver our camera a little bit, and we're going to start with Keely because Keely has that feat she's trying to do. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then for her first action, she's going to move to right there. 1, 2, oh, she has to move to right here. 1, 2, 3, and then she can fire with her crossbow, which is right here. This crossbow has a 3 range. It has 2 damage, and I can exhaust this, or I can put 2 fatigue, on it during your attack to re-roll 1 die, which might be what she does. And if we look at Keely's card, she starts with 1 black die for an attack, so that's actually the best one. I have her at 13 health because this says at the start of each of your quests, set your health to 4 greater than maximum. Now, it also gives 1 health, but I don't think you can gain 1 above, well, maybe 10 to 14. Actually, I think I'm going to put it to 14. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. I think she has 10, but then it gets to set it above her maximum. No, her maximum is always just going to be 9. I'm going to put it at 13. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments below. I also have a word of caution ready to go too, but I don't think we're going to use that. Let's take a look at that. Oh my gosh, 45 and 3 defense. This is going to be terrible. Well, Keely's going to shoot. Let's see how it goes. We're going to drive that up there, do true aim crossbow, hopefully find his resistance here. Resilience. This enemy is immune to affliction, and its defense has been increased by 1 until the end of the round. Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, I maybe probably attacked him at the wrong time. But we're going to use our crossbow. We're going to roll up our die and see how it goes here. We got 2 successes, plus I can put down 2 fatigue to give myself even more. I think we're going to place them right on the crossbow because I could still put 2 more on it if I need to. Let's tap 1, 2, 3, 4 into the app and see what happens. Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome. Hit continue. And it did, oh, it only did 5 damage. Oh, look at that. It rolled its 3 defense. Oh, this is going to be a monster to try to take down. Keely is complete. I usually just flip over the dial to remind myself that she's done, so I don't accidentally jump back to that character. We now have a small problem. I'm going to use Brynn next. Oh, maybe I should go with Cirrus next. Cirrus has a speed of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a range with his wand of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just out of range. Seriously? Well, he could still move up and attack. I think we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then attack 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got to move up 1. I think we're going to move up 1 to there, and we're going to make an attack. I know this archway is kind of in the way, so I'm going to move it a little bit so we can see how awesome this looks. We're going to attack that golem. Our Glimmering Wand is slash and only does 2 damage, but that's okay. I do have an ability here after the attack. I could put 2 focus on here to allow myself to give a hero the ability to shift 2. I have Empower down here. I can use 1 fatigue after you roll to convert 1 of the plus symbols to a success. And I think we might do that. Hopefully we roll that. Let's see how it goes. We'll click on our enemy. We'll drag him up there, use his Glimmering Wand, and see how it goes. Roll it up. He got, oh, look at that. He got 2 advantages and a success. That's fantastic. We are going to use our ability here. We're going to put down 1 fatigue on Cirrus to convert 1 of those to 2 successes, tapping it on the app. Then on top of that, I get another one for the actual success. Then I could place 1 more fatigue down on him somewhere. I think we're going to put it right there on his Glimmering Wand to allow that other advantage to turn into a success. So we now again have 4 successes. Hopefully we find a weakness or he doesn't roll his defense. Please. Let's see how we do. We only did 4 damage. Oh man, he did block 4 of it again. That's unbelievable. This thing is out of control. I can't believe it. We're going to continue then. But before we move into the next person's turn, I am going to put down 2 fatigue on here. After your attack, a hero may shift 2. We're going to shift Brynn 1, 2, just like that. Now it's going to be Brynn's activation. She's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning she is going to be able to see this. We'll go to the app and take a look at what that is. We're going to slide her figure right up to that token, click on it, and it says, as you approach, the smoke parts to reveal an extension of the wooden room. Discard this sight token. So we'll remove this from the board. We no longer need that, and hit continue. We're going to place down a 3A and a lectern and continue. We're also going to put another sight token down as well. Oh no, we're going to spawn an enemy as well. I don't want any enemies. This is terrible. We'll place our Fey creature. Check this guy out. Wow, absolutely awesome. Super cool. We'll put it right there, and we will then continue our hero turn. I did only move, what was it? I shifted to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's her move, which is totally fine because she has that outmaneuver ability. I have an ability here that I can shift 3, then attack an enemy. After this attack, flip this card. And of course, she rolls this black die, which is awesome. Let's go back to our app and click on this. Now, our Fae, we know, is weak to crush. So I might send her that way because she has her weighted Warhammer out here, so she can actually use that crush ability. She will shift 1, 2, 3 to right here and attempt to hit that creature with our gray die here. Let's see how that goes. First, we're going to slide her up, grab the Fae, put the weighted Warhammer on, and smash this thing. It does say during the attack, suffer 1 fatigue for each advantage converted into a success. Let's just not get any of those. We just got 3 successes. That's fantastic. Let's see if there's anything on her cards that I can use to help with this. I can place 2 fatigue on her Warhammer, which will give her, during your attack, add 1 success. After this attack, you may move the enemy 1 space away from you. That might not be that bad of a deal. Let's do that. So we'll go to our app and grab 4 successes. And we don't get to do any statuses, but we do get to confirm and hopefully do a ton of damage to this thing. Oh, look at that, 16. Oh, if only she had 1 more action. We've flipped her card. Now, she actually does have 1 action because I'll show you why. It's actually fantastic. This worked perfectly. She was here. She shifted 2 because of the ability from him. Then she did her move action, 1, 2, 3, 4 to right here. Then she used 1 action to maneuver. Now she still has 1 attack action left, and she's going to use that weighted Warhammer yet again. She's not going to move this creature with that ability she used last time because if I moved it away, I wouldn't be able to hit it. So we're going to actually just smack him from right where he is. Let's roll it up and see how it goes. I got 3 successes again. 1, 2, 3. I can't add anything to it. I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, so close. That's at 3 damage. That's too bad. We're going to hit continue and move. I think that's it. All our characters have done something. We still have this molten metal piece of machinery that's going to destroy us. And this Fae is right next to Brynn. Let's go to the end phase and move into the darkness. Let's see what happens to our brave heroes. First, we're going to resolve any infection and terror, and a hero can discard fatigue. I'm going to discard 1 fatigue from pretty much all my stuff here. I've got 1 I'm going to take off the True Aim Crossbow, 1 I'm going to take off the weighted Warhammer, and Cirrus himself is going to remove 1 from his character card as well, leaving 3 on his Glimmering Wand, and I'm still going to have 1 on my True Aim Crossbow that Keely is holding. But that's okay. Let's see what happens in the app. Now these enemies are going to actually attack us, which is going to be bad news. Let's hit continue. Oh, the Fae goes first. Oh, it's going to target Brynn. Wow, what do you know? It's standing right next to her. Why not? It says flying. While moving, this enemy ignores elevation terrain and underlays and cannot be impeded. After the defense, the target either discards 1 focus token or suffers 2 fatigue. I don't have any focus tokens. That's going to be terrible. It's going to do 4 damage at a range of 3, and it gets to move 4. So it's going to try to move back as far as it can from me to right there. But because it can fly, I don't have to worry about any impeding rules or anything. And I'm still at a range of 1, 2, 3. There we go. Brynn is going to take 4 damage, but she gets to roll her defense die. Let's see how this defense goes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I can convert those and it's going to be just fine. I actually get an extra one because of my plate here. I get an extra success, so I'm already at 3. So for my advantages, I only have to put 1 down. Interestingly, I could put 2 fatigue right here during your and adjacent hero's defense to add 1. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put 1 because that's all I need. With my die roll, I got 1, 2, and then I get 1 from this for 3, and then we put the extra 1 there for 4. That does remove all 4 damage. Now its ability fires off that says I have to discard a focus or suffer 2 fatigue. And I don't know where to put this. I think we're just going to put it right on her. That'll be okay. And remember, if you can't take fatigue, you're going to take damage instead, which is going to be terrible. That's it. That's the end of the Fae. We'll hit done and move into this thing. The Keely's Mistake. It's going to target Keely. Wow, that's a surprise. From the golem's palms, a searing heat shoots forward. If the target suffers damage, they scar a card. Oh, barf. And this is going to do 5 damage, and it's a range of 3, and it's a move of 4. Well, it doesn't need to move. It's already as far as it can be from pretty much all our characters, so I'm just going to have it fire 1, 2, 3 at Keely. That's perfect. And I guess she's going to take 5 damage unless she can defend this. She only gets to roll an orange die on defense, and we'll see how it goes. Come on, Keely, let's block some of that. I got 1 success, and we also got 1 surge. Let's see what the surge does. Keely's surge allows us to add a success if you're adjacent to token, chest, shelf, or cauldron. Add 2. I am next to a token, so I get 2 successes. So we have a total of 3 successes, meaning Keely's only going to take 2 damage from the actual attack. Now, Sad News City, this thing says, if the target suffers damage, I have to scar a card. So we're going to place a scar token on one of these cards. I think I'm just going to put it on Word of Caution. So if that ever has to flip, I'm going to take 2 damage. We're done with Keely's mistake for sure. It says, that which you have rescued weighs down upon you. Each hero suffers 2 fatigue for each explore token in their play area. I'm not exactly sure where this whole thing is a play area or if it's divided up by these. It might be in the rules. I might have just missed it. I was looking through. I can't find anything. We're just going to say that it's per tile is going to be a play area. I have 1 explore token here. These 2 are going to suffer 1 fatigue. I'm going to place 1 on top of that crossbow for Keely, and I'm going to place 1 on his shared energy for Cirrus. We'll hit continue on the app. Twisting their arms together, the Fae create a strange effigy with their hands. Continue. Now, if I remember right, the Fae are Bad News City. I don't want to go attack them right now. So we're going to take odd chances with that Golem. We're moving into the hero phase yet again. This time I think I want to interact with this token, especially if something bad's going to happen. We're going to start with, oh, this is so tough. Who do I start with? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ceres could move 1, 2, 3, 4 over here and fire at that Fae. I think that's what I'm going to do, even though I said I didn't want to. But if he can kill somebody, he does have that undying skull that allows him to get a unique recipe, which would be really cool. And the thing only has 3 health left. We're going to use our glimmering wand to attack this thing. Let's see what we can do. We're going to move 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can attack from there because he has a range of 4. Let's check our line of sight just to make sure that a giant bookcase back here doesn't affect him. So we'll click on our settings, go to our line of sight tool, and select where we want to see. Yep, okay, nothing's going to block our line of sight to that. That's fantastic. We'll close that, and we'll just make our attack. We're going to grab him. Nope, that's him. We're going to grab the enemy. There we go. And he's going to slide him right up there and attack with our glimmering wand. Otherworldly, during the attack, suffer 1 fatigue for each advantage converted to a success. Let's roll up our attack die and see what happens. We got 1 success and 1 surge. His surge allows him to add 1 success, and you may move 1 fatigue from one card to another. I'm going to move the fatigue from the glimmering wand over to my shared energy because I can use this to focus 1 card for each fatigue on it, and then this card flips. So that's going to be pretty cool. Let's put in our 2 successes. Hopefully that's enough to take out this Fae. We'll hit confirm. And it is! We were able to do our 4 damage, and we were able to take out that Fae. Let's hit continue. That's fantastic. The Fae fold their hands back as you strike. And you see both them and a flickering image of Bryn before you. The Fae only suffer half the attack damage. Oh no, and Bryn suffers 6 damage. Insight negates it. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, that was a bad idea. I should not have attacked. Bryn's insight is -1. Let's roll up our 2 dice and see how it goes. We got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if I put down some fatigue on her. We'll place 2 fatigue down on Rallying Cry so I don't have to take any damage. Let's hit continue. Hopefully it still kills the Fae. The Fae laugh and glee, dispelling the effigy as they release their hands. We will continue, and they have 1. Oh, wow. He's going to fire again. We're going to use the same attack. We're going to use that glimmering wand and see how it goes. Let's roll up our attack. We only need, okay, we got 2 successes. That should be enough. Let's drag it up here. Hit with that glimmering wand. 1, 2. Please, please be dead. Confirm. That is enough. It did 4 damage. We can continue. And now if you notice, we got some awesome things down here. We got herbs. That's it? I thought we were going to be able to get a crafting thing from it because we have our thing here that says after you defeat an enemy, if it is the first or second time any hero with this trinket equipped defeats that enemy type, gain a unique recipe. I didn't gain a unique recipe. Oh, there's our unique recipe. That's fantastic. I just had to hit continue. Let's see what it is. We can get a miasma grenade. Oh, but look at this. We need Toxos. All right, we got to find Toxos. The undying skull attempts to spit upon the withering Fae. Swarms of chaos. I think it is time we employed our own. The following has been added to your inventory and to be used later. Oh, miasma grade recipe. I didn't have to actually read it. All right, there we are. So now we just have the mistake left. Just the mistake. That's the end of Cirrus's turn. Let's move into somebody else. We'll move into Bryn's turn, and I totally forgot that Keely has going for a feat that she has to go first, or at least interact with something or attack before anybody else. That was my fault. I should have had her go first and attack this thing. Then he could have gone over and attacked that, and she would have got the feat for it. But that's okay. We're going to use Bryn. Bryn's going to move. Oh, I have to remove this. This thing is dead. Bryn's going to move 1, 2, 3 over to Keely's mistake, and now she's going to spend an action to attack. Let's drag her right up here. Use her weighted Warhammer. Hopefully it's its weakness. Let's roll the die and see how it goes. I got 2 successes. Well, 2's better than nothing. Put down 2, see how it goes, because I don't have any way to really help this at all. Let's confirm there. It is his weakness, so we did 8 damage. We're going to go ahead and continue. I'm going to use my second action to attack yet again with my weighted Warhammer since we found the weakness. And oh no, we did another 2. I need better than that. 2 is probably not going to do anything at all. It did 6. Well, 6 is better than nothing. We'll continue. She's done. That's all she can do. That's too bad. Now we'll have Keely go. If we look at where Keely is, I think it's best to start getting rid of these tokens because last time I told me I took fatigue because of tokens. So let's get rid of them. Keely's going to take herself, bring her right up to where that token is. It says here, a dwarf has been rendered unconscious from the smoke. You should rescue them, but the burden of keeping them safe will weigh on you until they are out of danger. You may rescue the researcher by placing the explore token on your play area. During the darkness phase, you will suffer 2 fatigue for each explore token in your play area. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that must have been what they meant. I'm going to remove those 2 fatigue then from my characters that I shouldn't have actually got, because I thought they were talking about the tokens right here. It's if I'm actually holding the token. All right, I get it. So we are going to remove 2 of those fatigue from our characters. Actually, I lied. We are going to keep our fatigue because I actually honestly don't know what fatigue was from what. So we're just going to keep the fatigue where it is, but that is my fault. This is what they were talking about when I'm actually holding this in my inventory. That'd be how I get the 2 fatigue. Let's continue on. It says, rescue the researcher or come back for them. We're going to rescue the researcher. The dwarf begins to come to as you hoist them to their feet. Keely, thank you. He coughs out. Place this explore token in your play area during the darkness phase. You will suffer 2 fatigue for each explore token in your play area. That's what they meant by play area. It wouldn't have anything to do with these boards at all. That's funny. Let's hit continue. We're going to continue our update, our objective. We have 1 researcher and knowledge taken care of. We'll continue. I will watch over everything and everyone. You can drop off what you've recovered with me, and in turn, I shall help your efforts. Brilly calls to you. Oh, Brilly's here too. All right, so Brilly must be this other token over here. We're going to go back there. So I'm going to use my free movement, 1, 2 to right here, and then I'm going to use my person to click on that objective token. Master Brilly mixes together some potions. If you have 1 or more explode token on your player, you may either heal 2 or discard 2 fatigue. Then discard all explore tokens in your play area. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm going to discard my fatigue from Keely. It means she has no fatigue now, which is pretty sweet. Let's move on, hit continue. And at this point, that's it. I'm going to discard this token from her play area and move on. All of our characters have finished their turn, so we're going to click on the app and hit end phase. We're in the darkness phase. Let's see what happens. I can now resolve infection and terror, and everybody gets to discard 1 fatigue from their board. So let's go ahead and remove that. Cirrus has 2 fatigue if I've got this right. I could have this wrong. He has 2 fatigue on shared energy. I'm going to remove 1 fatigue from weighted Warhammer on Bryn, and I believe that's all I've got. Let's continue. We have Keely's mistake doing 7 damage, out of control, and it's going to target Keely. It can't get to Keely, which is fantastic. Let's look at the board here. This is right here. He can move 1, but then he's going to be impeded by Bryn. He has nothing about saying a rule where he can't get impeded. He does not fly. 1, 2, 3. He cannot target her, so he will attack the closest person, which is going to be Bryn. Bryn gets to roll 1 black die. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully she gets a good number. She got 2. So she's going to take 5 damage. But I do get my plate of the Bloodstone, which is going to give me an extra success here. So I only am going to take 3. So let's tick our dial down. And she's going to go from 10 down to, I'm going to take 4. I'm going to go to 6. I'm at 6 health with Bryn already. Because I saved 3 and it did 7. Let's hit done on the app, and that's going to be it. Flames burst upward and encroach on the room. The room won't be this large for long. Oh, great. Another thing's going to start shrinking. That which you have rescued weighs down upon you. So this is where it says each hero suffers 2 for each explorer token in the play area. That was where I did the mistake last time. We're moving into the hero phase. It's going to be our turn. Bryn's going to go first, and she's just going to crank on this with her Warhammer. Wham, wham, wham. Come on, let's take this guy out. Let's click on our enemies. Let's swing that No, let's not swing the Warhammer. I lied. We have to use Keely first. Keely has to go first. Keely's going to get the chest. 1, 2, 3. She's going to move up here, and she's going to interact with that chest, because otherwise she will not get anything towards her feet. I'm going to spin this a little bit so I can actually see what's going on here. There we go. I'm going to move Keely up to the chest. We're going to roll our might. The chest is locked, is so rusted and damaged that no key could open it. Forcing the lid open would require true feat of strength. She has a total of +1 might. We'll roll up our 2 dice and see how it goes. We got 5 + 1 is 6. Let's put 6 into that app and hope it's enough. It is enough. Look at all that stuff we got. Boom. Tons of stuff for Colin to sell in the next video. Gain the following potions. Oh, I get a Guardian potion. And I also get a whole bunch of other stuff as well. You notice the lid is heavier than expected and soon reveal a hidden compartment underneath. The following has been added to your inventory to be used later. Seer's Blade. Let's check this out. Oh, it's for Galadin. That Colin will be pretty happy. He likes Galadin. We're going to continue on, and that's only her first action. She does have 1 more action left to do. Here is our Guardian Potion. It can only be used by Bryn or Keely before your or an adjacent hero's defense. Ignore the attack. That's awesome. We'll put that right here. Oh, that's going to be really good, actually. I'm going to have her use this. I'm going to spend 3 fatigue here. It says, during your turn, flip 1 card. I'm going to flip the crossbow. Now, that's not an action to flip it. Normally it is, but with this ability here, I don't have to pay the action. And now she's going to hit with this hooked hammer. Let's grab our enemy and hit him with this hooked hammer. This should probably be an end to this thing. Oh man, it's still got 22. Never mind, it's not going to be enough. Let's see how much damage we do to it though. We got 2. Wow, 2. That's all we can do. I could spend 2 fatigue right here during your attack to add 1 after this attack. If the enemy is small, you may swap spaces with it. I'm just going to add the 2 to get the extra success. That'll be just fine. We'll put those 2 right there. Do 1, 2. And, oh, I get 3 because I actually got the extra 1, which isn't going to be enough, but that's okay. At least it is his weakness, so it's down to 12. That's going to be the end of Keely. We'll flip her dial and move on to somebody else. We do have to discard this chest, and Bryn's going to go next. She's going to actually just wallop on him with that Warhammer. So we'll drag her picture right up there, hit with this weighted Warhammer. Hopefully it's enough to take him down. Let's roll that die. I got 2 plus the 2 extra ones. This could be it. We could maybe take this guy down. Let's look at our character card here. I could add 2 fatigue during your attack to add 1 success. After this attack, you may move the enemy. Let's not do that. Let's just put 2 fatigue down there and get a total of 4 successes. Clicking on the app, we're going to hopefully take this guy down. Confirm. Be enough. Be enough. Yes, it did just enough to take him down. Hit continue. The golem crumbles to the ground. We continue. Remove the golem from the map. Fantastic. Now we have a lot of new places to go. We don't have to worry about the golem anymore. We could start figuring out what these site tokens are all about. Bryn, of course, does have 1 more action and a move. She is going to move 1, 2, 3. I think she can move a total of 4, can't she? No, she can only move 3. That's sad. She needs to move more than that. And at this point, I think from here, I could flip some of her cards because she's at max fatigue right now. I think we are. We're going to flip her card and remove all the fatigue from it, giving her the ability to outmaneuver if something else appears. That's her turn. We'll flip her dial. For Sirius, he's going to remove 2 of these energies, he can focus 1 card for each fatigue on this card, then flip the card. I'm going to flip that to Shared Pain. I get to focus 2 cards. I'm going to focus the Glimmering Wand, and I'm going to focus his own card as well. These allow me to re-roll when I do my rolls, and I probably need them because this thing only does 2 damage. The more damage I can do, the better. He's going to move 1, 2, 3 to right here. He now is adjacent to the site token, so we have to deal with this site token. We'll drag his portrait right up there and see what happens. You approach and see a stone staircase leading upwards. Oh, Keely shouts at you. Pull the scones on the right and you'll find not actually a lair, but more of a laboratory away from the prying eyes. With a yank, the wall at top of the stairs parts, revealing Keely's private experimentation chamber. Discard this site token. Wow, we're going to move that over. I got to put a whole bunch of stuff down. I got to place an awesome looking place with 4 tall pillars. And we get to put down 3 large tables. It says 3 stone tables line the back wall. 2 golems lie unmoving. Well, unmoving is good. On 2 of the tables. The center table is cracked, presumably from when the golem that started the fire was activated. Place 3 large tables. At this point, I'm also going to place a cauldron and a shelf. And the shelf is what we need for Cirrus here. Let's continue. Hey, I think I left some potion ingredients with the bottles. I could mix up something that could help us. Keely's eyes shine with confidence. We'll continue. All right, let's place all that down. There we have it, Keely's secret laboratory. Well, maybe not so secret. He does have 1 more movement left. I'm going to move him right here. And he could move again, or he can interact. I think he's going to interact. Oh, maybe I'll even move. I think I'm going to have him move. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 up to here so he can start interacting with these things. I was going to check out the lectern, but I think I'll have somebody else check that out when they get a chance. I think that's going to be the end of his turn, and that's the end of all of our turns. So we're going to go into the darkness here. So we'll hit our end phase and see what happens. I get to remove 1 fatigue from people. I'm going to remove this one from Keely's hooked hammer, and I'm going to remove 1 from my weighted warhammer from Bryn. Well, this is out of control. The floor gives way as part of the room disappears into the flames. The burst heat enough to throw anyone back. Remove tile 13A and all terrain and tokens on that tile. Shift each figure on 13A to the nearest unoccupied highlighted space. Oh boy. I think I will move her to, well, I don't want to move her to any of these. They're all in the fire. I'm going to move her right there. I guess that's going to be the deal. I have to remove all these. Wow. Hit continue. Oh, look at that. It got really small. We'll continue on. We'll place back 1 site token there and the other site token over where it was before, right here. Oh, I have this reversed. We'll hit continue. The flames continue to rise and spread. You must move quickly. That which you have rescued weighs down upon you. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to the hero phase. Now my question is, what happens when we're in this stuff? It says here, if a hero moves into an ember space, they scar 1 of their cards. If an enemy moves into an ember space, they become afflicted and doomed. All right, well, Keely did move into it according to the app, so I'm going to have to scar a card. I think I'll scar her hero card. We're going to start with Keely because I need to make her interact or fight something before anybody else does. She's going to move 1 right here to reveal this site token. Let's check it out and see what it is. Through the smoke and flames, a stone staircase leads upward. Discard this site token. Oh, another big area. I'm going to place 11A, 3 short pillars, and a staircase. Then look, another shelf and a chest. And a human scholar dressed in the robes of a college in Greyhaven cowers away from the flames. I'm going to place an explore token there as well. Keely still has movement 1, 2. Then she's going to move with 1 of her actions 1, 2, 3, and the other action she's going to move. Oh, wait, I got a better plan. She's going to move 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, and now she's going to interact with that bookshelf. I know we're supposed to interact with it with Cirrus, but I'm hoping we'll find another bookcase along the way. Let's take her token and zing it up there and see what it says here. Books, bottles, and baubles line 3 shelves, all covered in dust. I can search the books, the baubles, or the bottles. Let's check out the bottles. No, let's check the baubles. Under the glass cloche, a fierce and tiny whirlwind undulates. A hero may shift 5. That's awesome. I'm going to have Bryn shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to right here, I guess. And then she'll check out this site token because now she's adjacent to it. So I guess we're going to see all of the different site tokens that are about to appear. Let's see what that one says. Let's slide her token right up there. It says, you approach the smoke parts, revealing an extension of the wooden room. Discard the site token. Oh, another room there's another bookshelf. We're going to place 12A and an underlay of the same type. Now, if you didn't notice, I forgot to put the underlays originally, but I've now been able to place them. Let's click continue. There's a dragon hybrid. Scholar is trapped by the flames. There's also another site token as well. Oh no, and some enemies. Well, at least we still have Bryn's turn, which will be good. Let's put a Fae and a bandit. Having placed everything out on the board, that's where we sit. Now, normally you put the little orange tokens under here. I don't actually put them if there's just one color out there. Once we start having multiple color of enemies, that's when I actually start using those. But that's going to be the end of Keely's turn. We still have Cirrus and Brynn. Brynn, I think we know what she's going to do. She's really going to run in there and start hitting things is going to be her plan. Brynn is going to start by using her outmaneuver to move up and attack one of these characters. The reason I chose outmaneuver is because I can shift 1, 2, 3, and I'm not going to have to worry about this impeding with this thing, because I want to get that Fae because they love my crush attack. Another thing I forgot to do is I need to scar 2 cards when I ran through that lava. Even though I shifted, I still moved through it, so I had to scar 2 of my cards. We're going to scar Rallying Cry and my Weighted Warhammer, and now we're going to see if we can hit with that Weighted Warhammer. So let's attack that Fae and hopefully take it out with a couple attacks. Let's roll up our die and see how it goes. Oh, that's going to be perfect. During the attack, suffer 1 fatigue for each advantage converted into a success. So I'm going to have to take 2 fatigue to be able to use that, and that's okay. I'm going to put 1 on my Weighted Warhammer and 1 on her to gain my 4 successes. That'll be awesome. Let's put 4 on there and see what happens. We'll hit confirm. And we were able to take it down to 16. At this point, I do have to flip this card. And now we get to use another action. I'm going to attack again with my Weighted Warhammer. Let's roll the die and see what happens. Oh, I only got 2 successes this time, and I don't have any way to affect that. That's terrible. I wanted to get more. I don't think I'm doing, yeah, this is during your defense, so I can't do that. We're going to attack the Fae. Weighted Warhammer, 1, 2, and confirm, and it's not going to be quite enough. Oh, it's so close, but it's not. It's just also too far. Hit continue. That's the end of Brynn's turn. She still has a move if she wants to use it, but I don't think there's any place to move. We'll flip her token, and that'll be the end. And with all this combat going on, Cirrus is going to look at a bookshelf. He wants those feats. He's going to look at the bookshelf. He's going to search the bottles this time. You gain the following: 1 smoke bomb. We'll grab that smoke bomb. And for a second action, we're going to look at it again. We're going to search the books this time. You pull a heavy tome off the shelf. You may rescue the tome by placing it on an unused Explore token in your play area. During the darkness phase, you will suffer 2 fatigue for each Explore token in your play area. Sure, we'll rescue the book. That'll be just fine. We're going to place one of our tokens down on our character sheet. Then we continue on. It says, you protectively tuck the tome under your arm. We will continue. I found 2. That's not bad. We will continue. I think that's going to be it. He's not going to move yet. He's going to take 2 fatigue. That's okay. The reason why is he's got plenty of place to put fatigue. And I still have one more thing to look at the bookshelf. And don't forget, I can look at this as well. With all of our characters done, we'll move to the end phase and see what the darkness has in store for us. I get to remove some fatigue. I'll remove 1 from the Weighted Warhammer. I'll remove 1 from the Hooked Warhammer as well. That's the end. Cirrus doesn't actually have any fatigue on him, so I don't have to remove any from his character. Let's continue. The Fae is going to attack Keely. Well, it's not going to be able to get to Keely. Maybe it can, because it can fly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, it doesn't have a range of 4. So instead, it's just going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4 over to here. 1, 2, 3. It's still going to be able to attack Brynn for 5. Brynn does get to use her defense. Let's see how it does. It says, after the defense, the target either discards 1 focus or suffers 2 fatigue. Oh, yuck. Let's roll this up. I got 2 successes. And with my Plate of the Bloodstone, I get an extra 1. So we're going to take 2 damage because it does 5. I reduced it by 2. I'm at 4 health already. Oh my gosh, she's going to be in big trouble here. That's okay. We're going to move on to the next person. We are done with that one. Oh, the bandit is also going to try to target Keely, but I don't think it's going to make it. It's going to move 1 right there because it's now impeded. It only has a range of 2, so instead it's going to attack Brynn. Brynn's got a come on, Brynn, we got to roll some good defense here. Let's go. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 if I want to use it. That's fantastic. I only need to use 1. Brynn's going to be halfway smart. Brynn's actually going to drop 2 fatigue here. On the last attack, she should have been able to prevent 1 of the damage with her stout defense. I forgot to do that, and that's the whole reason she switched that side. I'm going to drop the extra 1 to give myself 1, 2, 3 successes plus my thing gives me an extra 4. We've taken no damage from the bandit. We'll finish that and see what it says here. Flames burst upward and encroach on the room. This room won't be this large. Which one is it? Oh no, it's the one I'm standing with Brynn. Why is it always where Brynn is? That's too bad. That which you have rescued weighs down upon you. I have to take 2 fatigue. Sirius has tons of places to put fatigue, so he's just going to place it right there on shared pain. Twisting their arms, the Fae create a strange effigy with their hands. So now we know not to attack them when that happens. So we might have to go after the bandits this time. But we are going to start with Keely just because it's awesome and she's going to get that extra bonus towards her leadership thing that she's doing. I am going to search for bottles this time and I am going to gain an invisibility potion. Our invisibility potion states, during your turn, shift 2 until the end of this round. You cannot be the target of enemy activations. I also had that smoke bomb I should show you as well. It says, during your turn, you and an adjacent hero each shift 3. That'll be awesome. This will only be used by Cirrus, so it's awesome that he found that. And you can have as many consumables as you want once you start playing the adventure, but you only take a certain amount in. We'll continue with her. She's going to check that bookshelf again and grab the books. It says you pull a heavy tome off the shelf. You rescue the tome and place an unused exploration token in your play area. We're going to do that. We're going to rescue the book, meaning we will take one of these tokens and place it on Keely. Keely now has the ability to move. She's going to move 1, 2, 3 over to there. We'll continue and move into our next. We've got 3 of the objectives. That's great. We'll move into our next turn. It's going to be Cirrus. Cirrus is going to go and check that bookshelf as well. He's got some awesome things he can do there. Let's slide his token up and see what we have. We can search those baubles. It says you approach the last item on the shelf, they then turn away. The following has been added to your inventory to be used later. 6 heroes from an untethered shadow. That's the one activation. He's got one more activation he can do, but he's going to move 1, 2, 3 over to this cauldron, and he's going to take a look at the cauldron. Let's see what's in there. If you can determine what the thin liquid at the bottom of the cauldron was once intended to be, you could add the appropriate materials to restore it. I have to test insight. Well, that's good because he has +2 insight. Let's roll our 2 dice and see what we get. We got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I could use these advantages if I wish, but I don't think we are. I'm going to just keep it at 6 and hope it's enough, or should I do some? I think we are going to do some. I'm going to place 2 on his glimmering wand, giving us a total of 8. That should be way more than enough I need for this. I just can't be stuck up here anymore. He needs to run down and start helping. So we'll put down 8, 6 for the dice, and 2 because you have insight. A pinch of ash is the last step in revitalizing this potion. Now richly colored liquid bubbles sluggishly in the bottom of the cauldron. There is but a bottle's worth. You gain the following cards. 1 Phoenix Ash Potion. This is fantastic. Before you're wounded, set your health dial to 4 instead. Oh, I need to get that to Bryn if I can because she's in big trouble. That's the end of his activation. We'll move on to somebody else. And by somebody else, I mean Bryn. Bryn really needs to kill these things, and I don't know if it's going to happen, but she's going to give it her best shot. Bryn knows not to attack the Fae this time, so she's going to go after the bandit with her weighted warhammer. Let's see how well we do. After the attack, the enemy shifts 2 away from the hero. That's going to be terrible. We'll roll up our die and see how much damage we do. We did 3 successes. I don't have any way to get any more. Let's put 3 in there. Should be a pretty good hit. We have done, did 9 damage. That's fantastic. We are going to continue. This enemy now shifts 2 away. I'm going to shift it up there. I don't know if that's the right way, but I want it to go that way because all my stuff I want to do is over here. She's going to move 1, 2 to right here, and she's going to again hit him with that weighted warhammer. So let's drag her person up there, hit her with that weighted warhammer. We need another big roll. And we got another 3 successes. Oh, that should hopefully do it. Let's put them in there. Oh, not 4, I only get 3. Let's hit confirm. And that is exactly enough to take that bandit down. We're going to continue on. It says the following has been added to your inventory to be used later. A bunch of stuff and a Screaming Bolts recipe. That's going to be used for Keely's weapon. That's awesome. We'll remove him from the board and continue on. All our characters have gone. We'll hit the end phase to move into the darkness. Oh, this is going to be kind of tough here. I get to remove fatigue, which will be fantastic. I'm going to remove 1 from Keely, 1 from the gleaming wand, and 1 from my weighted warhammer. Let's hit continue. I don't have any infections or terror. The Fae appear disappointed that you did not attack and release their conjoined hands that formed the strange effigy. Oh, and they're so upset they're going to attack Bryn. They're going to move 3, 1, 2 to be in range, 1, 2, 3, and hit for 6. Oh, that's yucky. I'm going to roll my defense die. Hopefully I get some good number. I got 1 and a surge. Her surge may add a success, and an adjacent hero may discard a fatigue. I can't do that. I'm not adjacent to myself. But I do get to block 2, 3 because of this, so I'm going to take 3 damage. Oh, that's terrible. All right, 1, 2, 3. She's at 2 health. Oh, I need to get that potion over to her if I can. We're done with that Fae. Let's see what it says here. The floor gives way as part of the room disappears into the flames. The burst of heat is enough to throw anyone back. Remove tile 12A and all terrain and tokens on that tile. Shift each figure on 12A to the nearest unoccupied highlighted space. We will put the Fae right here, and I am actually going to put Bryn right here, right next to the Fae, so that he can pound over that Warhammer again. We will hit continue on the app, and now I'm going to be placing a totally different tile, tile 10A. We'll also place our Explore token and our Sight token in the same places. The flames continue to rise and spread. You must move quickly. That which you have received. Okay, we're going to take our 2 fatigue for each Explore token that we have. He has 1, so we'll put 2 on his Glimmering Wand. She'll put 2 right here on her Word of Caution. With these scars, it's been really hard to flip these cards like I normally would like to do during an adventure. We'll hit continue, and now what it says, no, no, the Fae chatter, no good. They claw at their air between the ripping and opening in reality itself, then attempt to climb in. Oh, no, 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 no. Keely will go first. Keely is going to interact with that token. We'll drag her person right up to it and see what it says. A human scholar dressed in the robes of a college in Greyhaven cower away from the flames. You should rescue them, but the burden of keeping them safe will weigh on you until they are out of danger. I will rescue the researcher. That means I'm going to be taking my second one of these tokens, which isn't going to be the greatest because I'm going to be taking 4 fatigue each turn, but that's okay. We're going to remove this, and we're going to check out that chest as well for my extra action here. All right. Or should I maybe just start running? I think we'll check out that chest. I really want to get what's in it. Let's send our app up there. And now I'm going to have to test will. Keely has +1 will, so we'll roll these up and see how it goes. I get a total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully that's enough. We'll click it all in there and see what happens. Oh no, you are closer to opening the chest, but there is still some effort required. Oh, I might have to leave that chest behind. Because with my 2 tokens I'm holding, I'm going to be taking 4 fatigue, and she barely has enough to hold all that. So I think we are going to have to run. I'm going to have to move 1, 2, 3 to get these back. I might have to send somebody else up there to get that chest. Moving into Sirius's turn, he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I think let's see what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4 to right here so he can check out that lectern. Let's go ahead, drag his character right over there. It says you pull a heavy tome off the lectern. You may rescue the tome by placing an unused Explore token. We are going to do that. I'm going to rescue the book. I'm going to grab another one of these tokens and place it on him. So now he's holding 2 tokens, and so is Keely. So we got to get these people out of here. So Sirius does have 1 more action to do. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over to there and hide behind that pillar. You can't see him. And he's going to have to take 2 scars. I'll put a scar here and a scar there. That's the end of his turn. We'll flip over his dial. Bryn's next. I should have scarred her because she's standing in molten lava, and I forgot to do that. She's adjacent to the face, so she's going to hit him with this weighted warhammer and hopefully take it out. We'll slide ourselves up and attack with our weighted warhammer. Let's roll up our die and see what we get. We got 1 and a surge. That might be enough. I can't discard any extra from any adjacent heroes, but we'll put in 2 in the app and see what happens. Come on, confirm. Maybe that'd be enough. It is just enough. It did 7 damage. We will continue, and we'll remove the Fae. Your foe has dropped a valuable item. The following is, oh, we get a lunar spear, which we can use. Let's check it out. I think it's an item for, oh, look, it's a card for Varix. So there you go, Colin. Varix got a new weapon. That'll be awesome. Let's continue. We're going to remove our Fae, and then I'm going to move Bryn right here, I think. And 1, 2, 3, 4. She can, oh, no, she has 3 speed. I picked this through 2 slowest people for a map that makes me have to run around. All right, let's see here. 1, or I could go here. 1, 2, 3. No, it's going to be the same. All right, we're going to go right there. And with our second act, no, I know what I'm going to do. I am going to move 1, 2, 3 to right here. Actually, I should move 1, 2, 3 so I don't have to scar another card, even though there's nothing left to scar. And we're going to check out this. That's going to be what we're going to do. We'll take Bryn, move her right onto that token. It says a dragon hybrid scholar is trapped by the flames. You should rescue them, but the burden will be bad news. I'm going to rescue the researcher. So I will take the token off of the map and place it on my card, and that's going to be the end of her turn. We will continue. We have up to 6 of 9 researches and knowledge have been obtained. We'll hit our end phase. Hopefully nobody comes in or we're going to have bad news. We'll go to the darkness. It says that I get to remove some fatigue. We are totally going to do that. I'm going to remove one from Brynn herself. I'm going to remove one from Keely herself. And I'm going to remove one from the Glimmering Wand. Let's continue. Next, the flames burst upward and encroach on the room. This room won't be around for much longer. And that's where we were before. Good, that room can totally go away. It's the one in blue. Let's continue. That which you have rescued weighs you down. Okay, here we go. Brynn's going to place 2 on her weighted warhammer for her token. I have to place 4 on Cirrus, so Cirrus himself is going to gain 2. I can put 1 more on the rod, but I have 1 more I can't place, so I have to take a damage. We'll go down to 6. Keely's going to gain 4 fatigue as well. I'm going to put 2 on her and 2 on her hooked warhammer, just like that. I know it's kind of sad. This right here says during your turn you can flip a card. I'm not really flipping too many cards because, as you can see, there's not too much I can do because all these scars are going to make me take damage whenever I flip the card. So I hope I like what I have. We'll hit continue and we'll move back into the hero phase. So everybody's going to run for the dwarf. Keely's going to do her first sprint, 1, 2, 3 to right here. Then she's going to use an action, 1, 2, 3 to right here. And now at this point, I am going to use my invisibility potion during your turn, shift 2 until the end of the round. Nothing can activate or hurt me or anything. Doesn't matter. I'm just using it shift 2 to get to here so that for my action, last action I have, I can interact with this token so I can get rid of all these extra tokens on my board. If you have 1 or more Explorer token in your party, you may either heal 2 or discard 2 fatigue. She hasn't been hurt, so she's going to discard 4 fatigue. She's going to discard 2 from her hooked warhammer and 2 from herself. No, I guess I'll keep it on there. I'm going to get rid of the 2 from the word of caution. So removing 4 fatigue and these 2 tokens. We'll hit continue, and we'll move into somebody else's turn because hers is now done. Cirrus will go next. He'll move 1, 2 to right here. Then he will interact with that token. We'll slide him right up there, and the same thing's going to happen. I am going to remove 4 fatigue from him and these 2 tokens. Cirrus then is going to use his last action, move 1, 2, 3, 4 up to here. I guess I might as well go right in the fire. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to scar his last card. He's got all scars. Everybody's got scars. Now we're going to move into Brynn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh no, she can't get there. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I can move through people, but I can't end my turn on them. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then for her last action, she will interact with that token. Let's go ahead, slide her up, and the same thing's going to happen. She's going to do something a little bit different. She's actually going to heal the 2, and then she'll remove this token. We will continue and move into the end phase. And let's see what this game has in store for me now. I can remove fatigue. I'll remove fatigue from a weighted warhammer. I'm going to remove 1 from a glimmering wand, and I'll remove 1 from Keely herself and continue. The floor gives way as part of the room disappears from the flame. The burst of heat is enough to throw anyone back. So we're going to remove all that, and nobody's there, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to remove tile 3A and all the tokens on that tile. Then I'm going to replace it with 2A, and as far as I'm concerned, that can stay over there. I don't ever plan to go back. But just to show you, that means that this is going to look something like that, and I'm going to slide this room right back up to it. And at this point, I'm going to put my lectern right back there. All right. So the floor is slowly disappearing inside this place. We'll hit continue. The flames continue to spread. You must move quickly. Where is it now? Okay, nowhere. All right. That which has, okay, I don't have to worry about that. I got rid of all my tokens. And we're going into the hero phase. This turn we'll start with Cirrus. I want to start with Keely, but Keely's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I mean, I need him to look at these bookcases. But he only has to look, if we check our feats, he only has to look at 2 more bookcases. So technically, I could have Keely go first. Keely is going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 to right here, and then she's going to check out that bookcase. So that means she must be able to activate first, hopefully helping her with her feats as well. So we'll slide it right up there. She's going to search, I think she's going to search those baubles again and see what she finds. You appraise the last item on the shelf, then turn away. So we were able to get 5 Kuros from an untethered shadow. Hit continue, and that's going to be the end of her turn. But as you notice, this lit up gold. So we can hit this, the gold feat hits lit up. It is completed. We're going to click on it. Now we can pick a new feat. We can either just a sip interact with a cauldron. Well, sadly, the cauldron's so far away, I don't think we're going to do that. Or I can attack an enemy with your hammer while you have an injury. Oh, that means I have to get injured. I don't think either one of these are going to happen very soon. I could just run her over there and check the cauldron out. It would take a long time to do it. I think we're going to go with the injury. We'll take that one and see what happens. Cirrus will go next. He's going to move 1, 2 to right here, and then he will interact with that bookcase twice. The last two things we need to do, we're going to search the bottles, gain one of the following. I get a mutation potion. Since Cirrus has been looking at all his bookshelves, he's gaining these things. You got a mutation potion. During your attack, discard up to 4 conditions, add 1 success for each condition discarded after the attack. You are wounded. So he will get wounded from this, but oh my gosh, being able to discard, look at this. 1, 2, 3. You'd be able to get 3 successes for that. That's ridiculous. I could discard up to 4 conditions, and I believe these focus are conditions too. So I could do 4 more successes against something super bad. It'd be really fun to do. I still have 1 activation with Cirrus, so he's going to go ahead and look at the books. And I'm going to find the tomb, I'm going to pull it off the shelf and rescue that book. So I will be gaining another one of these tokens, and now we have to get him back or he's going to start getting some of that fatigue. We're going to move to Bryn's turn because he is done. We're going to flip his dial. Bryn's going to move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I wonder if I should just try to maybe, I don't want to flip any cards because he'll have scars all over him. Oh, it's terrible. Let's see what else I could do. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's see what's over here. It's probably a bad guy that's going to kill me. I'll move 1 more over here and reveal this token. Let's slide her up to there. And through the smoke, you see a stone staircase. There we are. Look at this. More stuff here. We're going to grab 9A. And we're also, oh, look, another shelf. Oh, I could have had Cirrus kick this shelf out. Another shelf up there, 9A, a shelf. And we have an explore token as well. We'll remove this site token, and this board is looking absolutely amazing. Moving back to the app, I did forget that Cirrus has completed his feat, so we will complete that one and look at what's next. I am going to be able to be versatile, attack, then interact during the same round, or interact with a lectern while enemies are on the map. Oh, where was that when I was looking at a lectern? Let's try the attack, then interact during the same round. I'm not sure how often that might happen. We'll get a lacing recipe. Let's try it. That'll be our plan with him. We're going to continue with her. She only moved 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. She can continue up these stairs to go check out some of the things on there. That's going to be the end of her turn. We'll hit the end phase on the darkness, or the app, go to the darkness phase. I get to remove fatigue. I'll remove 1 from the weighted warhammer, 1 from my shared pain. Actually, I'm going to keep, nope, I'm going to remove 1 from my shared pain, and I'm going to remove 1 from Keely's card itself. At this point, we will continue. I will have to put 2 fatigue onto Cirrus. I'll put 1 on his shared pain and 1 on his glimmering wand. We'll hit continue, and that's it. We'll go to the hero phase again. Okay, Bryn. No, we have to have Keely go first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think that's what she's going to do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to right here, and she will interact with that token. That'll be what she does. Let's slide her up and click on this. A gnome dressed in an apron is frightened by the flames. You should rescue them, but the burden of keeping them safe will weigh on you until they are out of danger. All right, just like everything else, I will then grab this token and place it on her character card and move on. I have found 8 of 9. The last one is probably in this bookshelf up here. That is my guess. Or it's either that or it's in the chest up there, but I don't think it's going to be in the chest. We'll hit continue on the app, and that's going to be the end of her turn. And I just remembered she finished her feat, so she didn't need to go first. I could have anybody go first. We're going to have Bryn go next. 1, 2, 3. 1 to right here, and then she's going to check out that bookcase with her last remaining actions. At this point, she is going to check out the bottles. Maybe she can get something. Oh, she wants an antidote potion. Wow, of all the things, she got the antidote potion. That was like the worst one of all the things she could have got. Where's like the move real fast potion? That's what I really want her to get. We'll hit continue. Okay, so I spoke too soon. Check this thing out. During your turn, you or an adjacent hero discards up to 3 conditions. So I could get rid of my 3 scars, flip some of my cards, and then as I run back to the flame again, I'll get scarred again, but I get to actually do stuff with my guys. That's fantastic. That's the end of Bryn's turn. We'll move into Cirrus. Cirrus needs to get back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's then going to interact with this. We'll take Cirrus, slide him right up there, and we get to remove that and either take care of 2 fatigue or we get to heal him 2 points. He has taken 1 point of damage. Too bad I can't do 1 of each. We're actually just going to remove 2 fatigue, I think is what we're going to do. And we'll remove this token as well. We have rescued that person. We do have a movement left with him, so he's going to go for that chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I only have a couple more things to do over on that side of the map, so we're getting real close. That's the end of all of our heroes. We'll move into the darkness phase. I'm going to remove 3 fatigue, 1 from each person. Keely and also Cirrus have no fatigue on them. Brynn still has a few fatigue, 1 on Rallying Cry and 2 on herself. We'll continue. It says that which has, we have to worry about the weighted down, which means Keely's going to gain 2 fatigue. I'm going to put them on her Word of Caution, which is her ability. I'm just going to put them right there and continue. And then we're going to go into the hero phase. That's perfect. Now remember, I don't have to move with Keely first this time. So we're going to use Cirrus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 over to here, and he's going to look at that chest. Slide him way up there, that chest that's almost out of range there. I have to test my will, and guess what? He's got +1 will, so this should be pretty good. We're going to roll up our dice and see what we get. I got 7. Or sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. She have a total of 6. Let's put it in there. 6. I can't even add. I can't add 1 or 2 to anything. We got a total of 6. We'll click it. I was able to open that mainly because, of course, we did it earlier in the mission. I was able to get a vein wrap recipe and a bunch of other materials that we can use. I'm now going to remove this chest from the game. It's done. That's the end of Cirrus's turn. We're going to move on to somebody else. We could move on to Brynn, or we could do Keely. I think we'll do Brynn. Brynn, being next to the bookcase, is going to use both of her actions to check it out. She's going to search the baubles first. I can discard 1 condition token. I'm going to discard my Scar condition token from her player board herself. At this point, I'm going to check out that thing again, and we're going to search the books, which is going to give our final thing. We will take one of our tokens here and place it on Brynn's card. And at this point, I'm now going to, oh no, look. We have to spawn a golem all the way on the other side of the map. Oh my gosh. Let's see what else happens. A rumble echoes through the room as a golem rises off the table. Oh no, Keely's eyes go wide. The golems aren't ready to be activated. I was too satisfied with my modification to the first golem that I wanted to try something different with this one. I made this golem. Ugh, neither one. I don't like either of those, strong or sturdy. We'll go with sturdy this time. The golem seems heavier and full of more mass. We're going to continue. A second golem rumbles off the table. At least I didn't have time to tinker with this one. Well, that's half the battle. Now this is where I will put the green token underneath this one. Now we have to defeat the golems as our final objective. So we'll place our orange golem right here, and we'll place the green golem over there. Oh man, we got to take on both of those. Brynn still has move left. She's going to go 1, 2, 3 down the stairs. She has to get these tokens back there so she doesn't get burdened by them. That's the end. We'll go to the darkness phase. We get to discard our fatigue. The only person with fatigue is Keely and Brynn. They'll both discard 1 token. We'll continue. And now the golems are going to go. He's going to move 3. Which one is it? That's the orange one. He's going to move 3, and that's all he's going to do because he can't get to anybody. Before the activation, 1 hero adjacent to the golem becomes a target and scars 1 card. Not going to happen. We'll continue on with this golem. He's also going to move 3. Same dealy. And that's it. These golems will move 1, 2, 3. They're kind of coming down together. 1, 2, 3. That's really cool. Look at those guys coming down. They look so awesome. At this point, we hear sounds of the Uthik echoing down the halls. That which have risen. Okay, so we have to deal with the fatigue. I'm going to have to place 2 fatigue on Keely. I will put that on her Word of Caution. And then I'll put 2 on Rallying Cry on Brynn. We will continue. The golem lifts a boulder into an empty hand and turns its featureless face toward Brynn. I don't think he's going to be able to hit him. We're in the hero phase. Brynn is going to go first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to right there. Since her hero card is not scarred, she is going to flip it. Being able to remove the fatigue, I probably should have put the one on Rallying Cry on her card instead if I was planning to flip it. But that way I have my outmaneuver ability here, but I'm going to get scarred as I run through the fire. But at least I have more movement if I need it. Her turn is complete. It is now Keely's turn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to right there. Her entire hero's card is scarred, so it doesn't really matter that she's standing in the fire. And lastly, we have Cirrus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he also has the ability to do something if he wants, but all his stuff is scarred. So I don't really know what he can do. I think he'll just remain right there and get ready to take on those golems as they come closer. That'll bring us to the end phase and move into the darkness. I have a feeling this is going to start getting pretty dicey. We can get rid of some of our fatigue. I'll get rid of 1 on Rallying Cry and on Word of Caution and continue on. The Golem is going to move 3 and attack 5 on Keely. That's not going to happen because it's not going to be able to. It's just going to move 1, 2, 3 right down there. Now it did enter the lava, and if we look at that, we're going to interrupt because the lava itself makes it, I guess I can't click on it while it's interrupted. That's okay. I am able to select the Golem, and it can't be afflicted, but it did say it's going to be doomed. So we're going to click doomed on that Golem and resume activation. We're done with that one. The Golem slings a boulder forward with what distance it can. If Brynn is the target, during the defense, they cannot re-roll dice. Oh, that's terrible. But it only can move 2 and throw it 3 squares. So let's move this Golem 2 and 1, 2, 3. It cannot reach us. He is done. A band of Uthok appear out of the tunnels leading deeper into the old mines. We are going to continue. We got to spawn a bunch of creatures. Where are they coming from? Over there where the where the guys are. Oh no, that's terrible. All right, let's put out a Fae, a Wolf, and a Zealot. Our Fae right here, we're going to place him down right here, I think is where he's going to go. Nope, he's going to go up 1. So they're all going to be moved up 1 here. Then we have this wolf. This wolf's pretty cool. It's all painted up cool looking browns. Even got some skull on the base there. We'll put him right there. And again, since there's only one of these, I'm not putting the orange on any of these things. Then the last thing we have is our Zealot. These are absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh, look at how cool that thing looks. I'm going to put it right here. But look, it started the fire. So it's going to be doomed and afflicted as far as I can tell. We'll hit continue. And that which have rescued is going to, burden us down. I'm going to have to place 2 fatigue on Keely. We'll place 1 on Word of Caution and 1 on her character card. Then I will place 1 on Rallying Cry, and I'll place 1 on Brynn's card itself. That way I can eventually flip it in theory. The Zealot screams an alien incantation, foreign but for a single name, Cirrus. Oh crap, it's going to attack Cirrus. That's going to be it. We'll go to the hero phase. Now remember, the objective is we just have to kill the 2 golems. We don't actually have to take these people out, but they're going to be doing a ton of damage if I don't. We'll start with Brynn, 1, 2, 3 to right here. She now will scar her only card she has left that's not scarred. Everybody's got scars all over their cards. That's it for her. She's going to activate this token. Let's drag it back over here, see what it says. Hey, you got rid of your token, and you get to heal either 2 fatigue or 2 health. I'm going to take the 2 health, go up to 6. I need that. At this point, she does have 1 more movement, or 1 more action. She's going to knock over the archway and move 1, 2, 3 to right there. I think is going to be her plan. Ready for action. Next, we're going to use Keely. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. She's going to activate that token. Let's clear out some fatigue on her. She's got a couple, 1 on herself and 1 on Word of Caution. She's already pretty much at max health, so I'm not too worried. Then she, with her last action move, 1, 2 to right there. Again, ready for action. Actually, I think she's going to 1, 2, 3. She's going to step over to here. Oh, can she even get there? No. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3. She'll go right there. Cirrus is last. Cirrus is going to be super awesome. He's going to move 1, 2, 3 to right here. And then from where he is, he can actually hit that golem. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could attack the golem with his glimmering rod. It has a 4 range and does 2 damage. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's select our orange golem and attack him with the glimmering wand. Now, I don't think this is going to be his weakness, but that's okay. We'll roll up his orange die and see how it goes. We got 2 successes and an advantage. We're going to pay 1 fatigue after you roll to convert one of our advantages into 2 successes, so we're up to a total of 4 successes. And this is where it's going to get awesome. I am now going to use the mutation potion. During your attack, discard up to 4 conditions and add 1 success for each condition discarded. I'm going to do this one, this one, this one, and this one. That's going to be what we're going to do. We're going to discard all 4 of those to gain 4 more successes. We're up to 8 successes. This is awesome. Then I'm going to have to be wounded. But I also have my Ashes Phoenix potion here. Before you're wounded, you set your health dial to 4 instead. So we're going to do that. I only lost 2 health, and we did 8 successes. Let's type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes into this thing. Come on, let's do this. The enemy is immune to affliction, and his defense is increased by 1 until the end of the round. Not a big deal. Boom! How much did we do? We did 15. That's not too bad. Sadly, it did roll its defense. We are going to continue. Cirrus does have 1 more attack he can do, and I don't see why we just don't keep going after Golem. Maybe we can take him out. I'm sure we can't because this wand doesn't do that much. Let's slide it up, Grab the Glimmering Wand and roll the die. Let's see what we get. We got 2 advantages, meaning I could do some fatigue in order to get some bonuses here. I will place a fatigue here and a fatigue here. This one will give me 2 successes, so we did a total of 3 successes. I'm going to put the other one here on Shared Pain. That's what I'm going to do. Then at the end of my attack, I can shift a hero 2 spaces. We're probably going to choose him. So we'll put 3 in the app, which probably isn't going to do too much, but some is better than none. Well, that was about the least amount of sum I could have done. Are we ready for the battle? Here it is. They're all going to activate. We're going to go to the end phase and move into the darkness. Look at all these enemies that are about to attack us. It's going to be really bad. What you get to do first, remove some of this fatigue. So I will remove 1 off of Bryn, 1 off of Cirrus's main card, and 1 off of Ward of Caution from Keely. We will continue. The wolf is going to target Bryn. Before the defense, if the target is wounded, each other hero suffers 2 fatigue. Well, good. Nobody's wounded. It's going to move 3 and attack 4. So we'll take the wolf. It's going to move 1, 2 right up to there and attack for 4. We'll roll our defense dice, and I need to get a good number. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. I will place 1 fatigue onto Bryn's Warhammer. No, I lied. We're just going to place it on the card itself. We're going to place 1 fatigue on Bryn's card, and that'll give us a total of 3, 4 because of the extra 1 here. We took no damage from the wolf. We are done. Let's see what's next. It's going to target Cirrus. It flies, and after the defense, the target discards a focus token or suffers 2 damage. Let's see if it can make it. The Fae doesn't have to move 1, 2, 3. It is exactly where it needs to be in order to hit Cirrus. Cirrus will roll his defense. His orange die, roll it up. I got 2 successes, mean he's going to take 2 damage, bringing him down to 2 health. Our Fae are done, and now we're going to move into the Golem's turn. Everybody has it out for Cirrus. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. He can get to Cirrus. Oh, this is terrible. Now, one thing I need to do is I need to add Doomed and Afflicted to that wolf. I forgot to do that. We are going to interrupt here. We're going to go to the Golem first and doom him. Now at this point, I'm also going to go to the wolf. I'm going to afflict and doom him. I forgot to do that. And we're going to resume activations. We're going to take a hit here for 4 damage. Apparently it didn't like that attack. Oh, I got a great success number here. I was able to block 3 with my 2 advantages. I'll place 1 here and 1 here. I have to discard this focus token. When the Fae attacked, I had to discard this or take additional, I would have to deal with something. I forgot what it is, but I do know I had to discard that focus token. That's Cirrus. He's all fatigued up. He is going to take 1 damage. It did 4. I was only able to block 3. We're done with that golem. Oh, this one's going to attack Cirrus as well. The only good news is it's only going to move 1, 2, 3. It can't quite get to Cirrus, but it is going to be doomed and afflicted. I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to doom and afflict this. I can't inflict it. I should have also afflicted and doomed this thing as well. I totally forgot to do that. That's going to be it. We're going to resume activations. We are done. That's going to be it. The Zealot completes its incantation as a dark shadow descends on Cirrus. Cirrus will have to cast a 7 will. Add 1 blue die for each adjacent hero. Then I have to pass or fail. Good news, Cirrus is next to 2 heroes, so we're going to roll all this up and see how it goes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5? And I have to do will. His will is +1, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I needed 1 more. Well, we do have a surge, and the surge will give me a success, and I may move 1 fatigue from 1 card to another card. Well, there's not much to move around here, so we're just going to leave it as is. Actually, I will move 1 from him to the Glimmering Wand. And at this point, I do have my 7 successes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 6, and the +1 is 7. We'll hit pass on the app, and now it says that this is enraged at your resilience, and the Zealot attacks Cirrus. And as you can see in this mob, 1, 2, 3 squares away, it does have range to be able to hit Cirrus for 3 damage. Cirrus will roll up his defense. I don't think there's anything that's going to save him at this point. He got 3 potential successes, but I don't think I have the ability to put it down. If we look at his card, I can put 1 here, but I can't put anything anywhere else, so I am going to take at least 1. I do get to put this down. I've been forgetting about my 7-button vest. Before your defense, I get to focus a card, so I probably should have done that again earlier, but that's okay. We'll just put it down for him. He is going to take that last damage going to 0, so he is going to become wounded. I'm going to heal him back up to 7 health, and at this point, I'm going to tell him that he is wounded. We're going to interrupt the app. We're going to go to him, and we are going to wound hero. Are you sure you want to wound him? Yep, we're wounding him. We will wound the hero, and it says that now Cirrus has the slowed injury, and we will continue. Keely may discard 1 fatigue from each card. Well, that's kind of fun. She only has 1 fatigue, though, so I'll just discard the 1 fatigue and continue. Cirrus now has to reduce his speed by 1. That's not the end of the world, because we're pretty much just in a slugfest right now. We'll resume our activations, and the Zealot is done. We don't have to worry about the tokens because we have placed them all. We have gotten rid of all those tokens, so we don't have to get any fatigue. We'll continue. The wolf bares his teeth at Keely, barking with feral rage. I might want to have to take that thing out. In this mess of bodies, we're going to start with Cirrus. Cirrus is going to use his Smoke Bomb, which allows him during your turn, you and an adjacent hero each shift 3. We're going to do that. He's going to be 1. He's going to shift down to here. And I'm going to shift Keely right into this mess here. Right in the middle there. She's going to scar. Oh, wait. She has all of her cards are scarred. It doesn't matter. That being done, he now has his 2 activations. I'm actually going to move him here. Mainly so he's in the camera. That's about the only reason. We're going to shoot at one of these guys, I think. Or maybe I should take out the wolf and let these 2 take out these 2 golems, because every time you hit the golem, they gain more defense, it seems like. So I think we're going to attack the wolf with Cirrus. So we'll drag his thing right up there and hit him with the Glimmering Rod. Let's roll up his die and see what happens. I've got 2 and 1 extra thing I can use, and we're going to do that. I have the ability to fatigue myself right there, and that means I'm going to gain an extra success, so I'm up to a total of 4 successes. We'll type all 4 of those into the app and hit confirm. We're able to do 11 damage, and we found its weakness. That's awesome. We will continue. It now states the enemy will shift 1 and attempt to attack him, but he can't get there. So that's the end of that enemy's turn, or not enemy's turn, it's the end of Cirrus's turn. He moved, attacked. Oh, I get 1 more attack if I want to. I could attack that guy again. Why not? Maybe we can take that wolf out, but it will shift again and hit him for 1 if I try to do that. Or should I attack something else? I could attack the oh, I said not to attack the golem. Yep, we'll go ahead and shoot that wolf 1 more time. Let's roll our die and see how it goes. I got 1. That's really it because I don't have any other way to put fatigue down on my character. I'm going to spend my focus token to re-roll this. Maybe I can just at least get like a hit. I got a hit and a surge. That's perfect. I can add 1 and move 1 fatigue from any other part of the card. That's not going to matter. But I am going to slide up, hit this wolf with my Glimmering Wand for 2 because I get the 2 successes. Let's see how it goes. We did 6. That's not too bad. We will continue. And again, this thing will move. It will shift 1 and attempt to hit me, and it's going to. I will take 1 damage, and we'll bring him down to 6 health. It's Bryn's turn next. She's going to use her antidote to remove 3 conditions. I'm going to remove all 3 of these scar conditions. Those are terrible. And we have to discard the potion after we use it. She now is back to pretty much where she started at the beginning of the game, minus a couple hit points, which is okay. She's at 6. Let's hit that golem. She is standing right in front of one. She's going to hit it with her Warhammer. Let's take her character and move it right up to that orange golem and see how it goes. We'll choose our weighted Warhammer and roll our die. And we got 3 successes. On top of that, during your attack, and I can put 2 fatigue on here to gain 1 success, and you may move the enemy 1 space away from you. I don't think we're going to do that. We're just going to do the extra success. I don't think moving it away is going to actually matter too much. We'll get the 1, 2, 3, 4 successes against this evil creature here. Let's confirm that and see how much damage you do. Oh, it's almost dead. We will continue, and we will attack it again with that weighted Warhammer. Yes. Let's finish it off here with 2 successes, and an adjacent hero may discard 1 fatigue. Sadly, there's nobody adjacent that can take advantage of that. We'll put our 1, 2 successes in and confirm. And sadly, you can tell it wasn't enough to beat him. He still has 3 health. But I did complete my feats, so we'll go ahead and complete it. See what we got here. I can either keep the piece, deal damage to zealots and bandits with your attacks, or attack with your sword in 2 consecutive rounds. We're going to do that one. I'm going to do the sword one because we just got done with our Warhammer one. It's now Keely's turn, and sadly Keely has to spend an entire turn attacking that. I could move if I want with her, but I'm not going to. There's really no place to go. Standing there and taking my lumps is probably the best plan. I don't want him taking any lumps at all. So we need to make sure that these things attack these guys right here. If he were to get wounded again, he'll go to the even a worse wounded side, and then on top of that, we'll actually lose the mission, so I don't want that to happen. Let's see what Keely can do against that orange golem. We'll slide her up, attack with her hooked hammer, and roll the die. Come on, Keely, let's take him out. That's a total of 1, 2, 3 successes if I want them. This thing only has 3 health, but I don't know how much that armor is going to affect him, and he's weak to crush. I'm only going to give him 2. I'm going to put 1 fatigue on Keely's word of caution. Oh, she's got tons of place to put fatigue. I'm going to put 2 on there. We're going to go to 3. I'm just going to totally crush this guy. We're going to hit confirm and see how it goes. Oh, we did way more than we needed. 11 damage. That's 1 golem out. We were able to gain some coins, and look at that. We also got Mortos. We'll continue. We'll remove this golem from the board, and now we only have 1 left to deal with. He's right here, and she's going to take a hit with that Warhammer again. Let's attack this last golem with our hooked hammer, roll our die, and see what we get. We got a total of 1. We also got a surge, and we got an advantage. We'll put the fatigue here for the advantage, and our surge says add 1. If you're adjacent to a token, shelf, chest, or cauldron, add 2 instead. I'm not adjacent to anything, so we're just going to grab a total of 1, 2, 3 successes and see how it goes. Now he is, oh, that's good, 10 damage. We only have to hit him a couple more times, and I think we got this. We'll hit continue. Now, sadly, that is the end of her turn. She's also not moving, but look at this. We have tons of enemies we have to deal with. All we have to do is weather the storm of these entire row of monstrosities here. Hopefully we can. We will go to the end phase and move into the darkness. We're going to see what happens here. I get to remove some fatigue. I'm going to remove fatigue from Bryn's main card. I'm going to remove from Cirrus's main card and 1 from Word of Caution. At this point, we will continue, and we will target Keely with the wolf. And that can happen. That's fantastic. Our wolf is going to move 1 right to here, and I am going to interrupt him because he should be afflicted and all that fun stuff. Oh, he's not inflicted. He's off the thing. But these 2 should be inflicted. So we're going to inflict both of them if they're not already. They're already afflicted, but I'm going to doom him. And we're going to doom this one as well. We're going to redoom this green golem. There we go. Resume activation. Okay, he's going to attack Keely for 5. During the defense, if Keely is the target, they scar 1 card for each fatigue spent. Well, that's not going to matter because I got too much scars on there. All right. We'll roll our die and see how it goes. Keely's going to roll a defense. Let's see what we get. We only got 1 and a surge. And the surge isn't going to help us too much. I'm going to take 3 damage. We'll go down to a total of 8 total health on her. Our wolf is done. We're going to have the Fae also target Keely. The Fae will back up 1 space and target 1, 2, 3 against Keely. Keely will roll up her defense. She got 1, 2, and I can turn that into a success by dropping a fatigue onto her card. So we're going to block 3, taking 2, brings her down to 6 health. If we look at the app, it says that I have to discard a focus or suffer 2 fatigue. We'll place 2 fatigue on her main card. Our Fae is done, and we're going to move into the Zealot's turn. And the Zealot is also attempting to attack Keely. Wow, this is out of control. The Zealot will move back 1 space, 1, 2, 3, still being able to hit Keely for 4. We'll roll up Keely's defense. Again, we got 1, 2, and potentially 3 if I want to put a fatigue down, and I think we are. I'll put a fatigue on the hooked hammer. That means I will take a total of 1 damage, bringing her health total down to 5. We're done with the Zealot, and here comes the Golem. Before this activation, 1 hero adjacent to the Golem becomes the target and scars 1 card. This is the activation I've been waiting for. I'm now going to use my Guardian Potion. Before you or an adjacent hero's defense ignore the attack, I'm just going to flat out ignore this Golem's attack because 6 damage is ridiculous. We don't have to worry about fatigue. We will continue. The wolf sips into the shadows. You can't shake the feeling that it's still watching you. I have to remove the wolf from the map. We'll take his miniature and get it out of there. Now that means it's probably going to appear somewhere randomly and start attacking again. We will continue. It is now the hero's phase. Oh, it's time to bash these things and bash them good. We're going to start with Keely right in front. She's going to hit him with a hammer as hard as she can. Keely will slide her character up there, hit with the hooked hammer. Let's see how it goes. I need to roll a die. I got 3, and she can fatigue her hammer here. 2 right here. During your attack, you can fatigue this for put 2 fatigue to add 1 attack. I only have 1 fatigue on it right now, so I'll add a couple more fatigue, bringing it to 3. And then I get to add an extra success to this attack, bringing a total to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be awesome. Hit confirm. Look at that, 16 damage. We're going to continue. And she's going to attack again with the same hooked hammer. Let's go ahead and roll our die. We only got 2 successes that time. And I guess 2 is better than nothing. We will confirm that. Almost. He's at 5 damage. We will continue. Keely could move. I'm not going to move her. I'm just going to move to Bryn's turn. Bryn's going to move up and attack with her weighted hammer as well. We'll roll her die and see how it goes. She got a total of 4 successes because I'll be able to drop fatigue onto my hammer and onto her as well. So she is at full and fatigue, but she's going to hit this with her weighted warhammer for 4. That's going to confirm, and that's going to kill the second golem. It says the golem falls to the ground and the fires begin to die down. It seems the day has been saved. Quest complete. We'll hit continue. The survivors all gather, gasping for breath, wiping soot from their faces, and watching the complex burn down. Did we get everyone?
I believe you did, somehow. But you're still expelled from the guild. From both guilds, I'm sure the Smiths agree with me.
Now hang on, I'm a hero. I saved lives.
Lives that you put in peril in the first place.
The Uthuk put those lives in peril.
It was your golem that burned everything down.
Keely is right. The only reason we got in time to help is because the golem delayed the Uthuk. She bears responsibility for the damage done by the fire, but at least that can be repaired. There's a burst of flames as part of the building collapses. Sparks dance into the darkening sky like eager birds. Well, we're done here. Let's head back to Frostgate, eh? I'll stay with you for now. There's space in the house for my workshop. Oh, of course. How could I refuse? I've always wanted a rogue alchemist to burn my mother's house down. Good. Then that's settled. All right, fine, but no improving golems. As the rescued dwarfs shout a handful of curses at her retreating figure, Keely happily marches off to her new home. We were able to complete the quest. It took us, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Of course, that's with recording, so it probably took a lot less. Of course, we each gained 1 of our feats, and we got a lot of these neat items down here that we can deal with when we get home. And at this point, our characters are going to happily begin walking home. Oh, a sob echoes from a small cave, but after investigating, you find no one. As you leave, the sound again echoes from the darkness. Cirrus points to the ceiling where a large weeping spore gathers moisture in the darkness. As the weight of the water becomes more than they can hold, they open, emitting the liquid and a cry like a short sob. You gather a little from the pool and move on. The following has been added to your inventory. 1 Toxus. Oh, that's perfect. I think we needed that. We will continue to Frostgate. An apple orchard sprawls at the side of the road, peaceful and full of welcome shade. An old orc woman sits on the fieldstone wall beneath the trees, arguing with a traveler in unusual dress. All right, you brigand, 2 silver pieces. The human woman presents her flask, and the orc farmer pours from the earthen jug at her side. Coins change hands, and the traveler steps back onto the road. Can you believe these prices? Highway robbery in an uncertain time.
Astrea?
Hello, Cirrus. Thought I might find you out this way.
I haven't seen you in, 3 years? Where have you been since you left Greyhaven? What are you doing out here?
Looking for you, as it happens.
Ha! Well, you found me. What can I do for you?
I was hoping you had a copy of Alto Magica Imperial. I checked with Graydon up past Frostgate with no luck. He mentioned that you were in the area.
No, that book is extremely rare. I've only seen 1 in the Blue Library and only got to read it through once.
Well, I'm banned from the Blue Library and the rest of the universities. But if you read it, that means you have notes.
I do. Come see me in Frostgate, and I'll let you read from them. But, Astrea, you said Grayston is in the area past Frostgate?
Yes, he's got a little house, still just as mad as ever, mucking about with the elemental forces.
I wonder if Graydson would have an idea how to stop the Uthuk ritual.
You know him, never shy to drive headfirst into controversial magic. If anyone can help you, it's Grayston.
The two exchange a few more pleasantries and directions, and they part ways. Old school friend? Couldn't stand each other in school. Funny how things work out. And we continue on to Frostgate and on to Colin's playthrough. I am going to stop right here. We have reached Frostgate after our wonderful adventure. I'm sure this video is going to be kind of long, so I'm not going to do any of this. Colin's going to pick it up in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough of Descent. I thought I'd pull this back and let you just see exactly how this map all transpired. Look at how cool this is. Like I said, the presence on this board is amazing, and it actually all fit on that mat that I got from Colin. So it's really cool that it actually set up just like this. Now, I'm sure not all the scenarios are going to be able to fit on this map, but who knows? Maybe they all do. Maybe they planned it that way. This is pretty awesome. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the next video comes out. I'll be passing this game back on to Colin. He'll be doing the next video for this series. Please leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. Are you enjoying the playthrough? Have you gotten this far in the game yet? And what do you think of the game so far? Personally, I think it's fantastic. I love all the different mechanics that are going on. I wish, like Colin had said maybe in the last video, I wish I had a few more cards I could play with, but I could understand probably due to the amount of fatigue and stuff these around, you could just keep dropping it, well, I guess you could say drop it like it's hot on top of these cards. And if you had more faster than you're supposed to, then it would probably unbalance the game. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a game designer. I just love playing games. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Thank you again for watching. And if you're excited to see if our characters continue their romp through Descent, then I need you to meet me at the table.